In today's world, the way we live and work has dramatically shifted. The average person now spends more than half their waking hours sitting. Think about it. From the moment we wake up until we go to sleep, much of our time is spent in a seated position. This has become the norm, a stark contrast to how humans have lived for millennia. Whether it's at work, glued to our desks and computers, enduring long commutes in cars or trains, or relaxing at home in front of the television or other screens, sitting has become our default posture. This pervasive sedentary behavior is reshaping our bodies and minds in ways we are only beginning to fully understand. Our ancestors, on the other hand, moved constantly. Their lives demanded physical activity. They walked, they farmed, they hunted, they built. Movement was an integral part of their daily existence, not a separate activity squeezed into a workout session. But today, we move from one chair to the next, seamlessly transitioning from our office chair to the car seat and then to the couch at home. This constant cycle of sitting is creating a new set of challenges for our health and well-being. This isn't just a sign of progress, a reflection of our modern, technologically advanced society. While technology has undoubtedly improved our lives in many ways, it has also inadvertently contributed to our increasingly sedentary lifestyles. It's a dramatic shift with real consequences, impacting our physical and mental health in profound ways. We need to acknowledge the potential downsides of our modern conveniences and take proactive steps to mitigate their negative effects. Desk jobs, long commutes, the hallmarks of modern work life, contribute significantly to our daily sitting time. These factors, combined with our leisure activities, create a perfect storm of inactivity. And screen-based leisure, whether it's binge-watching Netflix, playing video games, or endlessly scrolling through social media, have made sitting our default. We've become a society of sitters, often without even realizing the extent of our inactivity. Even regular exercisers can be considered sedentary. It's a paradox. We dedicate time to working out, but then spend the rest of the day sitting, negating some of the benefits of our exercise routine. If most of their day is spent sitting, the sheer volume of time spent in a seated position can outweigh the positive effects of even the most rigorous workout. Prolonged, uninterrupted sitting is now under scientific scrutiny for its health risks. Researchers are actively investigating the detrimental effects of excessive sitting on various aspects of our health. The dangers go beyond weight gain or back pain, although those are certainly significant concerns. The consequences of a sedentary lifestyle are far more wide-ranging and insidious than we might initially think. Our brains are at risk too. Emerging research suggests that prolonged sitting can negatively impact cognitive function and overall brain health. Research is revealing a troubling link, a correlation that demands our attention and further investigation. The evidence is mounting, painting a concerning picture of the long-term effects of sedentary behavior. Between sedentary lifestyles and cognitive decline, including Alzheimer's disease. This connection is particularly alarming, highlighting the potential for long-term cognitive impairment as a result of our increasingly sedentary habits. The more we sit, the higher our risk may be. It's a simple equation. Increased sitting time equals increased risk of various health problems, including cognitive decline. It's time to rethink how we structure our days, to consciously incorporate more movement into our daily routines. We need to break free from the chair and prioritize activity to protect our health and well-being. Alzheimer's disease. The very name can evoke feelings of fear and uncertainty. It's a condition that touches countless lives, often leaving families feeling helpless as they witness a loved one slowly slip away. Is a progressive brain disorder. This means it doesn't just appear overnight. It develops gradually, insidiously affecting the brain's structure and function over time. That slowly erases memory, like a relentless tide washing away precious moments and experiences. It's more than just occasional forgetfulness. It's a persistent and worsening decline. Thinking skills, impacting the ability to reason, solve problems, and make sound judgments. Everyday tasks become increasingly challenging. And independence, the ability to live autonomously, diminishes, requiring increasing levels of care and support. It's the leading cause of dementia, a broader term for cognitive decline, accounting for up to 80% of cases. This makes it a significant public health concern, demanding our attention and resources. The disease starts with mild forgetfulness, perhaps misplacing keys or struggling to recall names, and ends with total dependence, where individuals require constant care for even the most basic needs. Families face immense emotional and financial burdens, often becoming full-time caregivers while grappling with the emotional toll of watching their loved one change. As the disease advances, the progression can vary, but the ultimate outcome is a profound loss of cognitive function. In the brain, Alzheimer's is marked by beta-amyloid plaques, abnormal protein clumps that accumulate between nerve cells and tau tangles, twisted fibers of another protein that build up inside nerve cells, which disrupt cell communication and trigger cell death. This gradual destruction of brain cells leads to the cognitive decline characteristic of Alzheimer's. The exact cause is still unknown, despite decades of intensive research. Scientists are working tirelessly to unravel the complexities of this disease, but genetics, environment, and lifestyle all play a role. It's likely a combination of factors that contribute to the development of Alzheimer's. Age is the biggest risk factor, with the likelihood of developing Alzheimer's increasing significantly with each passing year. But Alzheimer's is not inevitable. While age increases the risk, it doesn't guarantee the development of the disease. With no cure currently available, prevention and risk reduction are crucial. Focusing on modifiable risk factors can make a real difference. Our daily choices, including how much we sit, can have a surprising impact. A sedentary lifestyle can increase the risk of cognitive decline, can influence our brain's future. Embracing an active and healthy lifestyle is one of the best ways to protect our cognitive health as we age. Sedentary behavior, a term we hear more and more these days, essentially means any waking activity characterized by very low energy expenditure. We're talking about activities where you're barely burning any calories. Think about it. What activities do you engage in daily where you're expending minimal energy? It's primarily sitting or reclining. This includes activities like lounging on the couch, reading a book in a chair, or even just sitting still at a desk. It's about the posture and the lack of movement. Now, it's important to understand that sedentary behavior is different from simply not exercising. These are two distinct concepts. You can diligently work out daily, hitting the gym for an hour, and still be considered sedentary. How? If you spend the majority of your remaining time sitting, you're still engaging in sedentary behavior. It's about the cumulative effect of prolonged sitting. Many modern jobs, particularly office jobs, contribute significantly to sedentary time. Long commutes, whether by car or public transport, often involve extended periods of sitting. And of course, screen time, whether it's on your phone, tablet, or computer, all adds up, contributing to our daily sedentary total. Globally, studies show that adults average a staggering 7 to 10 hours of sedentary time per day. That's a significant portion of our waking hours spent in a state of inactivity. And alarmingly, teenagers often sit even more than adults, spending countless hours glued to screens. This pattern of sedentary behavior often starts young, with children spending increasing amounts of time sitting. And unfortunately, it often continues throughout life, becoming a deeply ingrained habit. This widespread sedentary behavior is fueling a growing public health crisis, with serious consequences for our well-being. Research has consistently shown that prolonged sitting is linked to a number of negative health outcomes. These include an increased risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, also known as heart disease, certain types of cancers, and a range of musculoskeletal problems such as back and neck pain. In fact, every major body system suffers when we spend too much time sitting. From our metabolism to our circulation, the effects are far-reaching. Our bodies simply aren't designed for prolonged periods of inactivity. When we sit too much, our muscles weaken, our posture suffers, and our overall physical health declines. And the risks extend beyond our physical health. Sedentary behavior can also negatively impact our brains, affecting cognitive function and mental well-being. The seemingly harmless chair, it turns out, can be surprisingly dangerous to our health, contributing to a wide range of health problems. Therefore, reducing sedentary time is just as important, if not more so, than increasing exercise. It's about finding a balance between activity and rest. Our long-term health and well-being depend on it. We need to prioritize movement and break up those long periods of sitting. Movement is medicine for the brain. Physical activity boosts blood flow, delivering oxygen and nutrients to brain cells. Exercise triggers the release of BDNF, a growth factor that helps brain cells thrive and form new connections. This supports neurogenesis, especially in the hippocampus, which is vital for memory. Activity also reduces inflammation and improves insulin sensitivity, both key for brain health. Studies show active people have better memory, attention, and lower dementia risk. Even moderate activities like brisk walking or dancing make a difference. You don't need to run marathons, just move more consistently. Every step protects your mind. Scientists are now linking time spent sitting to changes in brain structure. Studies show that more sitting is associated with thinning in the medial temporal lobe, a region crucial for memory and one of the first affected by Alzheimer's. This link exists even in people who exercise regularly. Sedentary behavior may be an independent risk factor for brain aging. While more research is needed, the evidence is mounting. Less sitting, not just more exercise, is key. The message: move more, sit less, protect your brain. How does sitting too much increase Alzheimer's risk? Prolonged sitting reduces blood flow to the brain, starving cells of oxygen and nutrients. It increases inflammation and impairs blood sugar regulation, both linked to brain damage. Sedentary lifestyles may also slow the brain's waste-clearing system, allowing toxic proteins to build up. Mental health suffers too. Excessive sitting is tied to depression and stress, which further raise dementia risk. Social isolation and lack of stimulation compound the problem. These factors combine to threaten brain health. Sitting isn't just passive, it's actively harmful. The solution isn't drastic. It's about small, consistent changes. Use a standing desk or improvise with a box to alternate between sitting and standing. Set reminders to move every hour. Walk, stretch, or do a few squats. Take phone calls while walking. Use fitness trackers or pedometers for motivation and reminders. Start with a manageable step goal and build up gradually. At home, walk during TV commercials or park farther from entrances. Take the stairs whenever possible. These small actions add up to less sitting and more movement. Make movement a habit, not an afterthought. Your brain and body will thank you. Every bit of movement counts. Lasting change comes from smart strategies, not willpower alone. Try habit stacking. Link movement to routines you already have, like walking after coffee or stretching after phone calls. Follow health guidelines. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate activity per week, plus muscle strengthening twice weekly. Replace sitting with any movement, even light activity. Shape your environment. Advocate for walking meetings. Keep exercise gear visible. And choose activities you enjoy. Start small. Stand up every hour, then add short walks. Gradual changes build confidence and momentum. Share your goals for accountability. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Every step away from the chair is a step toward a healthier brain. Make movement part of your life. Our modern, sedentary lives are putting our brains at risk. The science is clear. Sitting too much can harm your brain and raise your risk for Alzheimer's. The solution is simple. Move more, sit less. You don't need fancy equipment or a gym membership. Small, daily choices, taking the stairs, walking breaks, standing up, make a real difference. We must redesign our habits and environments to support movement. This is a personal and collective responsibility. The future of our cognitive health depends on the steps we take today. Don't wait. Start now. Protect your brain one step at a time.